On today's episode of WatchJRGo, it's the day the internet decided to sell all of their cars. It is October 8th, and today, as you saw, Ed Bolian listed his entire fleet, Tavares listed his entire fleet, and I'm sure there's a bunch more coming. So I figured I'd make a whole video where I just tell you that I'm selling all of my cars. What is going on, guys? I am WatchJRGo, and today we are here in the shop and we're gonna walk around, take a little tour, and put a price on every single car in my collection. This video is sarcastic before you guys head to the comments. You'll know which ones are for sale based on the prices, but if you pay the prices, they're for sale. So we're gonna start today off in the car dealership here with my 2004 Pontiac Aztek that has been just polished, ceramic coated, a new transmission, a whole bunch of new parts all the way through it, and it's just about ready to go. Really all we have left here is putting the interior back in and doing a final interior clean and fixing the tailgate, and this thing's ready to go. Currently, in reality, I have an offer for $5,000, so I'll take $6,000. That's what the Aztek is for sale for. This one's for sale. Of course, it has about 200,000 miles on it, but mechanically it's in all right shape, and I think it's got another 100,000 miles in it for the next owner. Now, over here, we have my free Chevy S10 Extreme. This is my race car. It's Eric's race car too. As you guys saw, we drug this out just a few days ago. Now it's here. We've removed most of the dirt. It looks a lot better. I accidentally scratched it. Oh no, not again. Oh. Anyway, those aren't scratches. That's actually just dirt. Don't worry about that. Obviously, I would never do that to a car that I'm selling. It won't have a drivetrain in it. It will just be a roller, but you'll get an LS1 with it, or a 5.3, an LM7. And it has the deluxe interior package. You can do whatever you want with it. It's an open floor plan. So, you know, if you're into HGTV, this is the perfect truck for you. And it may also come with all of the extreme ground effects and a whole bunch of other parts. It's kind of a build your own, like a Lego situation. We're asking $55,000 for this, and just let me know if you really want an S10 Extreme. This is my 2021 Can-Am X3, the Maverick. This is a turbo RR, not just the basic R, 200 horsepower. It's 195, 200 horsepower. Brand new KMC wheels. It hasn't not moved yet. Brand new EFX tires. And I would say, since you can't get these anywhere, and it's wrapped and it has white carbon fiber on it and all that good stuff, only 14 hours and a handful of miles, I'd let this go for $40,000. So, you know, let me know if you're interested in this. It's definitely hard to get. So 40 would do the trick on this. Here we have the Trek 5 Audi S4 B5, one of my favorites. Twin turbo. It's smoking a little bit after the last race, but don't worry about it. I'm sure it's got plenty of good miles left in it. I do know that it'll set lap records, at least single day lap records at a track if you take it out there. 2.7 V6. Great old car, all-wheel drive, and it's got brand new Michelin's going on it from Fitment Industries, and you know, it's exactly what you've been looking for. $10,000 would buy the old Trek S4. It's got Porsche brakes. It has all the mods, meth injection. What more could you want? Obviously, this is going to go with the truck when you pay me $50-something thousand for it. Forgot what I said. And here we have my 1983, 87, something like that, Toyota 4-wheel drive, 6-door. It has Goldwing doors. This is a supercar. This might actually be for sale, and I would take $4,000 for it. So I've got plenty of work left to do on this thing. We're about to clean the car, take it out, do some off-roading, and then this will actually be for sale. A lot of people have hit me up about it. So I think that one, it's on the chopping block. Coming over to the other side of the shop, we have my 2011 Ariel Atom, and this is definitely it's the fastest car of my fleet by a long shot. We expected it should run 9.3s. It went 10.3, babying it out of the hole and getting into the boost about quarter track. So there's definitely a second left in this thing. It has all kinds of cool tricks we haven't even hooked up yet, like a line lock. It's on E85, PFI speed built K20. Makes 600 horsepower, and the engine has room in it for days. If you feel like changing the turbo, you should be able to go way, way, way faster. I think that it's kind of the perfect horsepower level right now, but you can go, this could be the fastest one in the world if you want it. I mean, you can just turn it up as much as you want. The engine should be good to 900 horsepower is what I've heard. So, plenty of room left in that long block. There's $3,000, $4,000 in parts in that engine, something like that. So believe me, it is built to the nines. It has straight cut gears, PPG gears, and this is actually going to be for sale very soon as that new axle goes in for $60,000. Shouldn't be too much longer, and that one is actually on the chopping block. I love it, but I don't like daily driving it like I thought I was going to. Over here we have my 2004 Volvo Xc90. Now there's a lot of work left to do on this, and I don't exactly know what the market's gonna look like when it's done, but it's getting a new thermostat housing and heater core, which is a huge job. This whole thing's gonna come apart. We're gonna put a heater core in it, and we're gonna put heater lines on it, and it should be back on the road. As long as nothing else is wrong, which I don't think it is, it will be for sale for $6,000 right after that. Actually for sale, and I'd also take your Ferrari on trade, like I said in previous videos. Happy to trade really any Ferrari, even some terrible thing like a 328. Make a deal with you.
Can't get good help these days.
Turbo man.
I was running.
Yeah. Over here we have my John Deere STX 38. This is my riding lawnmower. You know what? Some people, cars out of your budget. I'll sell you this. No problem at all. $500 will take it home. Or if you want the nitrous installed, $4,000. And you can have one of the fastest STX on the planet. It's obviously the racing one. We got brand new Wix filter, some brand new K&N oil filter on it. And if I remember right, it even has Motul in it. Like, this thing is a ripper. So, you know, let me know if you need a race mower. Over here we have my 2004 Corvette Z06. This is the ProCharger development car. I'll happily let it go for $60,000. And we'll open the hood so you can take a look at the beauty this car is. MGW shifter, twin disc clutch, built transmission, a built manual transmission, original wheels, which is crazy. It has not been lowered yet. MSD coils, Aeromotive fuel rails. Aeromotive also developed their fuel system for the Z06 on this car. ProCharger as well. So obviously it's the first ProCharge Z06 and the first Aeromotive fuel system on a C5Z, which is crazy. They're right beside each other in Kansas City, and they passed the car back and forth and used it to do their development. It's had a few updates since then. The booster pump is now powered with the Racetronics wiring setup and a bunch of other cool upgrades that this thing needed to survive. It also has one of the best sounding exhausts. It sounds perfect. Exactly what you want for kind of street driving, highway driving. It just works out. This is my 2007 Honda Trx 400EX. I've got a 416 kit sitting in the garage ready to go on this. We're gonna do some more cool stuff with it soon. Take it out with the side-by-side if it doesn't sell for the $40,000. And I'll let this go. We'll make you a package deal, $45,000 or $5,000 for this bad boy. Definitely not planning on it going anywhere, but let me know if you want to give me $5,000 for it. I know the market on these is out of control right now. I feel like somebody's gonna say yes, then I'd be upset. Here we have my 1994 Camaro Z28. This is my car from high school. I bought back after it was gone for like 12 years. It's obviously in showroom condition, brand new hooker exhaust on it. Sounds great, should start right up. And honestly, we have to demo this. We gotta do a cold start. It hasn't been started in 6 months probably, but it's on the battery tender, so I don't see any reason it wouldn't move. As you can see, starts right up. Brand new tires. There's like 1 to 2 miles on those tires. Wheels were just powder coated. That thing is ready to rip. I'd let it go for $30,000. Next up, we've got Rat Vet, the true belle of the ball here. I have all the parts here to finish this thing up now. We've got a new top it's gonna go on. Before you purchase this, it is actually on the chopping block. I'm gonna ask $12,000 for it. Obviously, we're a little flexible there. I might take even up to $20,000 if that's where you wanna go with it. So brand new Hooker Blackheart exhaust, brand new headers, brand new battery. I don't even remember all the stuff we've done to this. Oh, new wheels and tires, lowered. Just so much has gone into this. And we gotta start it up because it sounds amazing. And it starts like that. every time. Here we go. Another absolutely beautiful GM drivetrain, one of my favorites. Of course, just the C5 is just a wonderful car. Here we have my 1967 Chevy Camaro that we built for LS Fest last year. This has an LS2 out of a Saab 97X, which is a Trailblazer SS, just like Josh's that's sitting over there. This is an awesome swap. I love the way it looks. Terminator X on this thing. It's got standalone fuel management, Sniper fuel rails, the Sniper intake, the Sniper throttle body. I mean, this is a turnkey swap with all of Holley's parts that let you just bolt it together. And McMahon Alt and ICT billet brackets. It's kind of perfect. I love the way it looks. It's pretty dirty right now, but when it's clean, that engine is a work of art. And it runs perfectly, no cam or anything crazy. It's just a runner. Obviously, we've seen Resto Mod 67 sell for $150,000. I'll take that. That seems like a very reasonable price for one of the favorite cars in my fleet. I love this thing. I could hop right out and drive it. So could you. $150,000. It could be yours. This one, $1 million. My 65 F100. I'll take $1 million. It's not screen use. Very rare though. It has a Holley Sniper on it, 390 FE. It's just an epic truck. Of course, it was my grandpa's. So sure, yeah, $1 million.
We'll throw on the tailgate for 1.2. You can have tailgate.
1.2, you can have tailgate. I do have the tailgate, but I'd have to go get it and put it on the truck, which, yeah, 1.2. We have my 2003 Saab 9.5 Aero. This is the turbo Saab. It's got the the aircraft inspired interior, brand new glass, brand new. I honestly have no idea how much work we did to this. We did weeks of work bringing this thing back to life. It's ceramic coated. It runs like an absolute champ. Rips right to life. I mean, it's a Saab. What more could you want? Epic interior, flip open cup holder. I have everything to fix the center display. We've got the Jalousie. We're going to finish putting all this back together. So you'll get a very, very complete, a very good example of a remaining Saab 9.5 Aero for just $6,000 or $5,000 even. I'll price this one at the market. I think $5,000 is about where this thing's going to land. Here we have my 2011 Nissan Cube that I just put a DCT in, and we did all the fluids. We did a bunch of other stuff. It's got a new windshield. It was just detailed. A lot of work went into this car, and a guy was coming to buy it, but since he was coming to buy it, I decided I would take the listing down. And I deleted the listing, and that was quite a few weeks ago, and then I just kind of forgot to put it back when he didn't come through and buy the car. So now it's just been sitting here, $4,500. That's a very, very cheap price for an 11 Cube, and it's, it's relatively clean. And it'll probably get you anywhere you need to go. Cold air, aux in, auto climate. I mean, it's honestly a really solid car. Brand new tires too. Over here we have my 1992 Mercury Capri Xr2. This is the turbo 4-cylinder, the Mazda 323 GTX engine. It's pretty rare in reality. And top goes down, price goes up. So we got that going for us. Tires are honestly relatively recent, and it's got a brand new windshield, and I've got a full set of brakes that's going on this. $5,000 would totally take the Capri home. It is a manual transmission, so maybe don't buy it if you don't know how to drive a manual. Quite a few of these are manual transmissions, so I gotta warn you guys, these prices, they're good. I'm making sweet deals today, but you gotta know how to drive a manual, and a lot of them you gotta know how to drive a ratchet shifter. Like the Rolls-Royce, the 6-door Toyota is a ratchet shifter. Those ones are a little bit tricky. Here we have my 2018 F250 Platinum. This is a Platinum Ultimate. It has every single option except for the clearance lights, which is one I don't really care about. If this was a dually, you gotta have the clearance lights for sure, because it just makes it look right. But anyway, ranch hand, Escort IXCI, custom install radar detector with all of the laser shifters in the grille. I mean, I love this truck to death, and I mean, it gets a lot of hate. paid $55,000 for it when it had 50,000 miles. I have a very, very recent offer from Carvana for $65,000 with 75,000 miles on the truck. I put 25,000 miles on it and the value has gone up by $10,000. I will take $70,000 if you want to buy it out from under Carvana. And believe me, it is worth it. It is the ultimate truck. And I really, if I buy a new one, it'll be the exact same thing. I love it to death. Anyway, this is the truck gang parking. Eric and I are out here. You guys all know the OBS. He said he'd be happy to let that go for the price of the miles on the odometer. That means he'll let it go today for about $600,000. So, I mean, feel free to contact me. I'll get your offer over to Eric if you're in that ballpark. I mean, I have a feeling $500,000 might get it done too, but $600,000 is the asking price for that truck.
It's got new tires and a whole bunch of parts.
Oh man, almost every part on this is new and there's so many more parts. We'll fill the bed with parts if you buy it. They all come with it. Aside from that, we'll be working on this again on the channel shortly. Obviously, there's one car that's a little bit hard to access right now. That is my 2008 Audi R8 V8 with the Hefner twin turbo kit on it. And that is honestly on the chopping block very soon. As soon as that tune goes on, it's in the works. We still talk to the tuner pretty much weekly, but he said he's flying in very soon to finish that up. So that will be for sale for $90,000. That's the going rate in the market, and I think that car is more than worth it. I'm honestly a little cheap for a V8 gated car. So, you know, that should get me out of the car and it'll give somebody else a great daily driver. This is my 2001 Clark forklift. It is a CGP 25. Definitely one of the most useful things I own. I'd be happy to let it go for $10,000. That should be the going rate on a used forklift. She starts right up. She does all the work I need around here, and I love it to death. Wouldn't know what to do without it. I'll buy another one. And to finish it off, we have my 1979 Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith 2, which is the long wheelbase Rolls-Royce, big girl, and it has an LS6 in it with nitrous outlet nitrous system, of course, and it's an absolute runner with no rear end in it. But big news coming on that soon. Of course, there's about $30,000 in parts in the build. I'd let this go for about $60,000. That's the price. Last but not least, my 2014 Nissan Gtr R35 with some black edition wheels, full bolt-on, E85, go fast bits, diverter valves, still in exhaust, all kinds of cool stuff. We'll talk more about this car soon. I think I got a smoking deal on this car at $50,000, and I would be happy to let it go for $60,000 because that's honestly about where the market's at. It does have 100,000 miles. It just rolled over 95K the other day. So, real close to 100. I do love this car. It's probably one of my favorite ones to drive. So there you have it, my entire fleet's for sale, just like the rest of YouTube's. I want to pick up 8 third-gen Priuses to replace all of this. I feel like that may be the new greatest car ever made. I'm not even gonna go pick up one of my favorite cars to drive, the Lamborghini Aventador. I just feel like 8 third-gen Priuses are really where it's at. Josh and I went to Kansas City the other week. It only cost $28 to drive from Wichita to Kansas City and back in a third-gen Prius. So, I mean, that's where it's at. That is really where it's at. What a money-saving move. After I sell all this and pick up all these Priuses, first we'll have something to work on all the time because there will always be one with a bad battery, and we'll have like a whole Prius racing gang and we'll just rule the streets. I mean, no one else will be able to compete with the level of Priuses we will have at that point. Anyway, this was a fun video to make. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Some of these cars are actually for sale, the ones that have real market prices. I'm sure you will understand. And that is it for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to head on over to shop.WatchJRGo.com where you get cool shirts, not like this. And please like, share, subscribe, do whatever you want to do. And I will talk to you next time. The muttering notary.
Yeah, here, shut the hood on the Aztec and just dive bomb it.
Slide across it,
yeah.
Ruin all my perfect ceramic coat.
We got the old wind turbine trade again. We see these about once every 2 months or something like that. It's cool because the leading edge of these things has little teeth on them. Let's see if we can show you. Very edge starting right there. Pretty wild. Anyway, this whole trade will be nothing but wind turbine blades.